together. We change the world.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Theo here with a guide to setting up combos with Lunafreya. There are many ways to play a versatile character like Luna, but this guide is tailored to comboing, that is using Luna as a force gauge charger and then passing it off to another FR+BT units to finish the fight. I'll cover two combo variants in this guide, the standard FR+BT phase and the FR Supercharging style. So let's start with the basic first, gauge charging with Luna. Energy heal is the button we use to charge. She starts with 6 charges of the skill, but her LD will recover 1 uses and provide 1 free skill use. So in practice we have about 14 charges of energy heal. This is usually enough for Luna to fill the gauge from 0 to max on her own, provided there is at least one other force enhanced unit in the team. If she is the only one max, then we might need to manually weave in her prayers to help pad the charging. How I like to charge with Luna is to straight away spam her S1 and using LD when the enemy recovers from break or when S1 charges run out. If your Luna has BT+, you would want to cast it before spending your last LD and while she has quick prayer active. The easy rule of thumb for this is, when her LD is at 2 charges left, press the LD and then energy heal once and then press her BT finisher. This way, her final LD will grant a 1 turn extended prayer duration to her allies. After the force gauge is full and before passing the turn to another player, it can be a good idea to activate her AA or to manually apply a different prayer to her allies, and for her final turn use her EX to refresh her enchant. In a fight with elemental lockouts, you can opt to skip her EX and just press S2 instead. Next important basic is her LD buffs and ally positioning. Luna's LD will grant her allies different prayers depending on their position relative to Luna. Allies to her left will be given heavy prayer. This buff increases a character's damage, while allies to her right will be given quick prayer. This buff grants instant turns. We typically want to place off-turn damage dealers to the left and the FR+BT driver to her right. We will want to adjust Luna's position in the team depending on what you want to achieve in your party. She can also manually grant a prayer when her overhead buff is at 4 stacks. Time to go into combo execution with our first type of team, the standard FR+BT phase setup. With most FR, the best driver of the force time is usually the FR activator themselves. For example, with Cloud of Darkness FR, we usually want COD to hog all 10 turns if possible, and now this is doable with Luna's LD. With Quick Prayer, we can set up in a way that allows force time to be turn hogged by the same character, especially if they have a BT. These are some turn sequence examples that we can do depending on when you want to enter the BT phase. Right now, as of the making of this guide, it's usually better to use the first sequence and we enter BT phase with 7 turns left of force time. This way we can maximize our damage. So in order to do that, we can mix in an LD call after activating FR, like maybe Sid Rain's LD call or other calls that can help fulfill the first conditions to drive up the HP damage bonus. The second sequence of entering BT phase with 8 turns left will become the norm in the future once Spiritus level summons are implemented. This way, we finish the BT phase with 1 turn left of force time and we'll be able to initiate summon for big damage and possibly another nuke from the next character. So let's see the first sequence in action. First, we have COD activating the FR, and then I use Seymour's LD call because it's a magic attack with delay that fits right into the force conditions. And then I spend 2 more turns outside of BT phase, first by activating the LD and then her BT. With 7 turns left on the clock, COD can now safely enter BT phase and try to finish the fight. Now on to the second combo variant, FR Supercharging. With the Supercharging method, we use buffing skills during force time until the duration is about 3 or 4 turns left, and then we pass it off to the DPS character to do big nukes, usually in form of EX or LD. With Luna, Supercharging teams are now more viable because we can get back-to-back nukes by giving them quick prayer. The initial setup is largely the same, with Luna gauge charging first and applying relevant prayers to her allies. Once her gauge is full, we activate the FR we want to supercharge. In my example, I'm using Ursula's FR. Once the force is active, I use a friend unit to supercharge the HP damage bonus before finally passing it off to Prish to cast back-to-back LD nukes. With this supercharging method, Prish is able to bring Odin down from 70% HP with only 3 LD attacks. This method works quite well with characters that have big damage buttons, like Prish, Sid from FF7 with his EX, and later on Anna Crow with her LD and EX. Depending on your character, summon plays an important role in supercharging strategies. If your character relies on EX, then we would have to bring Bahamut for the EX refill and retain. If LD is the nuke button, then summons like Ifrit and Leviathan are better. And that's it for the guide. I hope it helps players more in understanding the role of Lunafreya in setting up force time combos. This is not the only way to play her, but it's one of Luna's many strengths. Let me know in the comments how you use Lunafreya. Do you have a favorite pairing with her? I've learned a lot of setups from my viewers and I look forward to hearing more from you. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!